The African Tax Administration Forum, ATAF, strives to build efficient and effective tax administrations in Africa, to become the leader on African tax matters, enhance economic development, and improve the living standards of the people of Africa. 4 new strategic objectives have been identified for the next 5 years. Objective 1. Developing a sustainable member-orientated African organization on tax matters. Objective 2. Fostering efficient and effective African tax administrations. Objective 3. Driving the knowledge hub on African tax matters. Objective 4. Informing and influencing the regional global dialogue as the African voice in the field of taxation. In 2015, ATAF recognized the need for credible academic research on taxation in Africa. As a result, the ATAF established the African Tax Research Network, also known as ATRN. The ATRN was also the result of the need to identify potential synergies and linkage areas between academia, tax officials, and tax practitioners in the context of low technical capacity for tax research on the continent.
I think it has been a very good, positive experience. There's been a lot of information that has come through. Some of it has been very technical, and some of it has been very practical in the sense that information that we could use, especially like from the papers and the presentations that others have made.
Looking at contemporary tax issues, looking at research issues, potential research areas, and I think focusing in the African context. And I think that is very, very good for starters.
Well, I'll give you 2 impressions. One, professionally, it is incredibly informative and invaluable to us. And on the other side, it's just been very well run. The people have been gracious, and it's been a fabulous experience for us.
It's essential that there be a home-based capacity for first-class tax analysis and tax research, and also impartial tax analysis and tax research everywhere in the world, and particularly in Africa, where the continent is developing very rapidly, and the tax issues that are being faced are quite challenging.
ATRN aims to facilitate the development of African capacity for credible research in tax policy, administration, law, and leadership.
The ATRN has the following foundations. Its vision is to be the platform of choice for African tax research. Its mission is to facilitate the development of African capacity for credible research in tax policy, administration, law, and leadership.
The conference in itself is a launchpad for the ATRN, the network. So at least it's getting people to know what ATRN is all about and what it is for and its purpose.
Et si on veut agir dans l'avenir sur ceux qui sont souvent les décideurs internationaux, eh bien, il faut que l'Afrique parle d'une seule voix. Il y a longtemps déjà que Nkrumah avait dit il faut que l'Afrique soit unie. Eh bien, oui, je crois que cette réunion est un petit pas pour répondre à cette vieille attente.
The work of you as scholars, you in business and you in research, in the broader discipline of tax policy, administration and legislation, has the potential to make a huge impact into the tax ideology of Africa.
I think that's something that can come out of conferences like this and organizations like this, is that strategy of unpacking everything.
They are now working with our young officials in the various tax administrations across Africa to stimulate the spirit of research, but it's a focused research, which research is not just for the sake of research, but research which we are going to be using as administrators.
Building the research capacity in taxation issues is invaluable in the continent. In the short term, capacity building in universities and tax administrations would help to strengthen collaboration through research projects and partnerships. In the long term, it would enable and uplift African-based research communities in providing non-partisan thought leadership and policy advice on tax matters, and in helping African governments to develop homegrown solutions to taxation issues on this continent.
It's bringing together a whole group of African researchers, spread all over the African continent, creating a database of those researchers that can be relied on by both policymakers and tax administrators to understand the issues that are pertinent in Africa.
Mais aussi le monde de l'entreprise, que ce soit ici en Afrique ou ailleurs dans le monde.
This African Tax Research Network has an enormous opportunity to harness research resources on those issues about the attributes of a good tax system in many countries. And because it provides a platform, I think many countries, not all countries can afford huge research units, but they can tap into this.
I think it measures up to anything that I've seen internationally in the way of tax research conferences. So I think I take very good heart for this, both on the two main points I've tried to stress, to try to develop independent tax research capacity and interdisciplinary tax research capacity. I think both of those, there's a very good basis for ATRN in the future.
So it will force, by working together, the lawyers, the policymakers, the private sectors, it forces us to understand one another's perspective so that we can provide those solutions, those richer solutions that can be used by our government. So the industry come together, the Ministry of Finance come together, the tax administration come together with the academics to produce those solutions that are easily implementable, like I said.
Nous avons abordé des questions diverses et variées qui portaient sur les prix de transfert, sur la taxe sur la valeur ajoutée, sur les problèmes des mines, et ce sont les problèmes qui nous sont tous communs. Alors, il me semble que plus jamais, eh bien, nous ne devrions travailler chacun dans son coin.
You all make this network a worthwhile network, and that together will create value in the tax policy formulation process and the tax administration landscape. We hope that the 300 that you did support us with is justified, and that you continue to support us. Thank you. Merci. Obrigado. Asante.